60.
My brother.
Jaya. Ah, super.
Yeah.
My dog, when you skolota
Yeah, bro.
when you kolota my viewers, kolota QC, like you bro.
Yeah,
Joe, you only spoke about ANC, EFF. Joe, what about other parties, dog?
DA, I know, and today, yeah.
Like we are skolota, so I sense they got so fun, dog, ne? I'm chilling, random pick. Since we mentioned it, I really like a DA.
DA, the Democratic Alliance.
Your mind,
Yeah.
your thoughts.
The Democratic Alliance.
About DA.
Yeah. So the Democratic Alliance is an opposition party in which the leader is John Steenhuisen. And then you remember guys like Bomusi Maimane, they were there.
Yeah, the puppets, I call them. Yo, who's the guy who black like me? The hair products.
Masha. So when I look at the DA, you can see that the DA is promoting a narrow white interest, a narrow white middle class interest.
Is it?
I don't see the DA shinchile iyabantu abamnyama kuphela. I do not see that.
Oh, multiracial.
It's gonna be hard, bro.
You reckon so?
Yeah, because I think the time was when Musi Maimane was the president. I think that was the right time because of a lot of black voters were voting for the DA.
That's true.
And at the time they're getting a lot of votes. But now it's like you're getting into this house. They tell you, Guti, here's the rules. Here we are promoting white interest.
Yeah.
So when you're coming in, now more black people coming in, Baba Baning, they become the majority. Then it's a takeover, it's an infiltration, and the whiteness doesn't want to allow that. So Bongani Chiluba, Bongani Baloi of the party called Chiluba.
Oh, Chiluba is a party.
It's a party, yeah. Chiluba means, I think, a flower. It's a party, guys must check it out. It's there.
It's a South African party. Yeah, I know nothing about it, Joe. The reason why I'm asking you is
there's so many parties. This guy, Bongani, was, I believe, a councillor at DA. So he did an interview with the guy called Penwell Mloja on the panel show. So he was asked about the DA. So he spoke about the DA, that the DA, actually Hellen Zille, believes in white supremacy. So South Africa, if you can look at it, in essence, South Africa, a numerical minority has become a cultural majority.
Yeah.
So the culture which is dominant is the culture of the numerical minority. Yeah, and it's dominant in a sense that the way of being, the way of seeing, the world view, the logic, it's of whiteness. We're viewing things on whiteness. We are colonized.
Through the
1820, the British,
that's
1652,
that's
Jan van Riebeeck, and all
that's
those things. So
with all the gomas and stuff.
Yeah, so we are colonized and we are also indoctrinated through religion, through education. So we come from that colonization where our God was made a God, a lesser God. We believed in their God. We lost Ubutina. That's why we must go back and decolonize. Decolonize our minds, decolonize education, decolonize also this religion to find ourselves. Highest form of education is self-knowledge. Who were we before 1652? Who were we before 1820? Who were we before everything? Like, who is our God? Like, how do we worship? Taking away Christianity and then looking at our African spirituality.
What the fuck?
Yeah, at our things, the way we worship uNkulunkulu, the way sazi ngakhona, not the way which was imposed through missionaries coming in and giving us the Bible to become Christian. Because I think I look at South Africa, I believe about 85% of people are Christians. So without deviating much, that's what the DA does, promoting a narrow white middle class interest. So basically, when you come in there, when basically you tampering with the aesthetics of whiteness. And I'm not speaking about color, but the logic, the way you think European, like the way we do things. Our culture now is being modernized through this colonization. So that's why we need to decolonize. So DA, the leader, John Steenhuisen, and don't be surprised next year if you find the president coming from the DA, because of ANC keep scoring on goals, bro. ANC
and that's true, man.
It's the government.
That's true, bro.
And we need to hold them accountable.
That's true,
they must
bro.
Stop blaming the apartheid government.
You're on 100, man.
They must stop this thing, but your corruption. But I believe maybe now it's too late, bro. The ANC is in a state of decline, like at a strategic level, at so many levels, bro.
It's too late.
At the leadership level, bro, it's bad. So it is that thing of Timanje, the DA now, about the people who are behind them, who are backing them up. So for me, I have a problem now.
What problem, bro?
Especially with, that's why I keep telling people that I don't believe in this party politics.
Oh, yeah?
With this proportional representation where we have parties, and these parties, they select the leaders who are going to be there in the parliament, those members of parliaments, passing laws and stuff, because of these people must represent us. It must be that thing of constituents. We must know which is in parliament, and is fighting for our rights, the things that we do. But one thing I think, if the DA goes into office, a lot of things zizosebenza.
In what way? In what way?
Like
the changes
I can
DA
give them
will bring.
like administration, service,
Can you break one for us?
Infrastructure.
Yeah.
Abantu, they're gonna get the electricity, they're gonna fix it and all those stuff. But one thing they will never they won't fix, according to me, it's inequality, bro.
Yes, sir.
South Africa is the most unequal country in the world. Inequality, especially for blackness, bro. Black people are living in a perpetual state of poverty. Like, we're living in townships.
That's true.
Yeah, but there are there are two different worlds. The economy, those who have the economy, and those who do not have the economy. So Gukodesa, that's where the ANC sold our birthrights.
You know what people sold us, people those are true into ANC. They fight verbally.
The political autonomy, and then we never got the economical autonomy. Yeah, but so he who pays the piper calls the tune. So that's why I say I don't like this proportional representation Yama party, because of how do they function? They get people who fund them. That's where now the lobbyist, the capitalist.
Yeah, that's where you get captured.
Yeah, who's this guy? The capitalist activist called Rob Herzog, the third generation of the Herzog family. His father, actually his grandfather, gave Patrice Ubabaga Patrice shares mines, the Anglophile.
I know nothing about it.
Now they've ventured into Anglo engineering and Anglo.
So it's more like Mutsipa took everything from the dead.
Yeah, they were given, because now I think through this thing BEE back then, because of BEE, if you can look at It created a few black billionaires.
Those who are already connected.
There's a book, you must read a book called BE Billionaires. You'll get a full picture.
So what Mutsipe is doing to his son, it's what his dad did to him.
Like, in that manner. So that's why now I want to speak about Robertsoff, because Robertsoff, he worked. He was a right-hand man, yaga Johan Rupert. Right-hand man, yaga Johan Rupert, Richmond, and all those stuffs. He was based in overseas. Now he came back a few years ago. When he came back, he came out guns blazing and said, ANC must foot spoke about Patrice, do the right thing, stop funding the ANC. You are a good guy. So these guys have agendas, bro. That guy, I follow, and he was in the media round. He went to the Biz News, he went to Podcast and Chill, He went to the Penwell Show, he went to the AN, to the SABC. So you look at this thing, Suguti. These guys now they pushing this thing, Suguti. Their agenda. Yeah, but we're gonna find you. So these parties are funded, bro. They are pushing the agenda of those.
There's always someone behind.
Yeah, behind.
Who's doing everything. Yeah, puppet master.
So I believe that guy Robertsoff is a puppet master, because he has that influence. These people are funded, so they promoting that interest. So if they want the open borders, they can get it through the policies. With no, the borders must be open, and I start worrying with Cecil John Rhodes open borders from Cape to Cairo. Minerals,
yeah. So with DA, do you think since DA is white, DA is white, like you like it or you not? We know about other guys what's happening, but they never lasted since the mentality of DA get white.
It's whiteness.
So is there other people we know who are behind the ANC guys? There's people behind who are doing things. So behind DA leaders, do you think they still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the money, like to run a party is expensive, bro. You saw ANC is owing about 102 million.
I even wrote, but it's bankrupt.
Yeah. Joe, bro, if you don't own anything in King, bro, if you don't have...
this is not funny, but I'm laughing.
You don't own the means of production, bro.
It's not funny, but I'm laughing. Like,
yeah, because of these guys have an interest, bro. They've got companies, they've got shares. Guys like Rupert, there's an agenda. They say, bro, we're funding you. Depending who funds you.
Yeah.
They fund you so that you push their agenda, whether you are pro-Israel or pro-Palestine. Depending on... There's a lot of funders. There's this funder called Martin Mottel. So the guy...
Who's Martin Mottel?
I believe he's a billionaire gambling. He's into gaming, Gateway and stuff, and so that guy's funding these political parties like Abu Shines DA. I think it's the DA. Yeah. So they push the agenda, which we want this, we want that. So DA, if you can win, yeah, service delivery they can bring, but inequality also bad. The youth must rise, bro.
You're killing me.
Because of the political system is like that, bro, in a simple picture.
Yeah.
It's like a child who's been given this picture. You can paint inside the picture, but not outside. You can use all these colors and stuff, but once you start taking away this picture, this outlines, they don't agree. So it's bad, bro. We need something which is Zille, and yeah. And I think watch out for Hellen Zille. She might be your president.
Exactly. Before coalition, you close it out.
But Robertsoff, they are pushing this agenda of coalition. So ANC, now they sabotaging it now, but they sabotage themselves because of the corrupt themselves.
Exactly.
They're making matters worse because of the corruption which they do. Ne?
Yeah.
Then they're cleansing now the scene of apartheid, the scene of colonialization.
Yeah.
So we'll no longer focus on we were in a apartheid government, but now we're gonna look at the ANC, and then now the ANC are predominantly black people. So when you look at corruption now, in the long run, it will be synonymous to black people, the corruption.
Exactly. And
due
like
to their actions.
Like before you close it up, but like we still got time. Like I'm checking every time,
Yeah.
but we still got time, and I'm still want you to share with us, dog.
Yeah.
Tell via your DA.
Because
What do you think, DA, from the state South African? Let's talk about currency for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these people, you know what's boring like DA? When it's issues of racism, they are quiet. When it's issues
I was
of,
about to come to that. That's why I wanted to start with currency and
these
stuff.
guys are quiet, bro.
Yeah,
They're quiet because of it's an agenda. These guys are controlled, bro.
Yeah, because
politicians, for me, those guys they don't have the power. Their duty is to pacify the masses. So it's like this. It's a hierarchy. At the top, you have the lobbyists, globalists, capitalists, ratings agencies, who capture people. So they've captured the political system, they've captured the leaders, they captured the political parties, so that now the duty of the political parties in this political arena, is for them to pacify the masses. Bro, Johnny, don't worry, next year, 2024, you're gonna get jobs, you're gonna do what? If you get angry, now they package your anger and then they go to the lobbyists and tell them that no, man, these guys, they're making deals, bargaining, and then they get concessions due to this anger. Yeah, these people will revolt. So let's do this. Let's promote a few and see good. No, man, when you start complaining, they say no, look at Patrice. When you start complaining, they say no, Bomusi my man and stuff. So that guy Bongani Bolo, he spoke about this of Chiluva. It's a political party now. Akulumaguti. The Hellen Zille believes in white supremacy.
That's true.
So whiteness believes that black people are ontologically inferior and epistemologically inferior. So meaning that they view you as a subhuman. They view me as a person who lacks the capacity for knowledge, to come up with knowledge, to come up with concept. We can, but we need to now create our own propaganda. Those guys have a propaganda, Joe. The media, it pushes them, the propaganda, which, you know, guys, this is who we are, this is how we work and stuff. And the media, bro, now it's another tool. So black people, we must start owning our own things. Start learning about financial, we start learning about the economy. Start uniting. When you look at other races, these guys are united.
Yeah.
And I'd like to give you a quote by Mao Zedong, Chairman Mao.
Do that.
He spoke about a petty struggle and a bigger struggle. A petty struggle is when people of the same race, like us as black people, fighting over mundane things, over small things. But the bigger struggle is us as black people becoming respected globally, reaching heights, becomes superior people, having a superiority complex, not an inferiority complex. So when they're pushing this inferiority to us, we must take that inferiority, look at ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, where are we lacking? Let's educate ourselves. Let's arm ourselves. Jordan B. Peterson speaks about a weak man. It's not a good man. A good man is a dangerous man who has it under voluntary control.
What?
Shall I repeat
what? Please do it again.
Jordan B. Peterson.
I'm lost for a sec. Please repeat it.
A weak man is not a good man.
Yeah.
A good man is a dangerous man who has it under voluntary control. You understand it?
That speaks volumes, bro. But break it for
you see,
for others who don't understand it. Break it, please.
So
that's volumes.
The danger meaning that being able to read different concepts, consume different concepts, and then process and then articulate it in a manner that is sophisticated, that people can understand. Articulation, speaking better, about having an array of things which you can work on. So we must learn, bro. Education, educate ourselves, go through different things and stuff. So we must focus on that, on getting better, about educating, reading. People don't no longer read, bro.
Yeah.
People must read. Use this social media wisely. Use this phone wisely.
Exactly.
This thing is it's gold, bro. It's gold if you use it wisely. You can go through lectures. You can go to YouTube, read all your books. You can download files. You can check articles.
Can I add
Google.
2 cents on what you're saying now in terms of a phone? I always advise people, Oscava, a person owning an iPhone, why do you expect a text a WhatsApp and a call, making a call in J? That thing.
Create content.
That thing.
Go to YouTube, create content. Familiarize yourself with concepts. Learn from people. Even learn from white people. How are they winning?
Yeah.
Look at what are they doing right. Sometimes you cannot want to throw away the enemy only, but you have to look at the enemy. What is the enemy doing right? These guys are united.
Is it?
As we are segregated, as we are divided, and I start, and I think, I always think about these words from Nico Smith when he quoted Hendrik Verwoerd in the book called The New Apartheid by Sizwe Mpofu Walsh.
Yeah.
A podcaster of SMWX. The quotes goes like this, that apartheid is autopoetic.
Yeah.
So it comes in different ways, shapes and forms. So apartheid was in the government, now apartheid it's in the private sector.
Yeah, how so?
So apartheid, like it keeps forming, it keeps moving. So if you can look at the private sector,
continue.
Who are controlling? Isn't who have captured the government, we have the money, the lobbyists. You see now this apartheid, it's systematically. Some of the things you can even feel it with here. This guy doesn't say a thing about me calling me names or being racist, but you can feel it. Even the subliminal messaging, through also the subliminal messaging. This thing is still there. They view themselves as superior.
Apartheid did like a lot I take our cafe, Jefe, or cafe, that's when you expect.
That's what we're facing. Black people, we need to focus, bro. That's why sometimes I don't like even speaking about politics. We need to scrap this political system, because this political system, so much blood has been lost, bro. It needs cleansing.
Yeah, and viewers,
the political space needs cleansing.
And viewers gonna fight with me, Joe. Go, we said some Joe. You spoke the politics and stuff. On DA, which is our main feature. Why you saying, yeah, collision, right?
Yeah.
King EU Fang, Kering, from ANC and DA. DA president might be the one who's chosen to than the ANC, because there's two parties, there's a coalition. I guess. Then
the EFF is also on the mix.
What gives you a right, if I may say?
Look at this thing is in this way, Guti. When you look at the bulk of white people, since 1994, or let me say 90, they've been voting for the same party. White people abachigachigi. White people, they vote for the DA.
DA Freedom Front.
Freedom Front. They go for that. They don't change. So black people, it's us who keep changing, and we are disappointed by the ANC. The ANC got the 2/3 majority for the longest of time, but it declined because of now it started not serving people. It started serving their masters, those who captured them.
Flip.
You look at now the SOEs, how they've collapsed, the ESCOM of this world, the Transnet of this world. You look at the post office of this world. And then now the private sector, they're growing. Post office is going down. You look at
what's said, post office.
Bro,
that's it.
Then you look at now even in geopolitics, you see these guys, they are pushing this agenda. Ogutitina, we must use the IPPs, the solars, we must go green. Hey, carbon emissions, they are too much, bro. We're still a third world country. We have to develop. Bona, they've used coal to develop to be where they are.
Exactly.
So that's why I say we do not have leaders. It's sad. It's a sad state of affairs. Let me break down a leader and break down a politician.
Please
and
do
then close
so.
it.
Do so.
So what is a leader? A leader is best described in a book called The Miseducation of a Negro by Kataji Woodson. So he basically described a leader as a person who doesn't think Uguti is better than everybody else, but a person who's giving direction to those who are following. And then that will in turn change their circumstances and his or her circumstances.
Oh yeah.
So it's basically a selfless person who's giving direction.
Or this route might be good.
Yeah, who's have the ambition, who has the drive. I'm leading these people. I'm not better than these people.
Yeah. I get,
better. Then now you're giving these people direction, you're sacrificing, you're doing all these things. On the other hand, the politician is a parasitic individual who manipulates the system for his personal gain, his or her personal gain, and hoodwink the people who are following him or her.
Boss. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The flip-floppings. Tomorrow, they say this.
Tomorrow.
What I liked about the apartheid government is that they were decisive and clear.
Exactly. Now I got my points.
They segregate. If
exactly.
So,
and they stay true to their guns.
You must also remove emotions, remove the salt. Isn't doing and study this apartheid government. What was the agenda, Yabo? Yeah. Yes, it was bad. It was a bad government and people were killed. But it was also regarded as a crime against humanity. So look at what they were doing. State infrastructure, things were working. There was law. People were working. Look at the CBDs. It's a shithole, bro.
Yeah, yeah, go sa din tsa blue door like yo mfethu
banning so
Pitorial fail, you know. Yeah, I choose is too much.
It's anarchy.
Exactly, I fail.
So what I liked about the apartheid government, there was law and order. Mina now, if the DA can come into government and give us the service delivery, right, I'll be happy, bro, because ANC can't even keep the lights on.
Hey, Joe.
So how are they gonna change inequality, bro? At least, because the political system, we're changing hyenas with foxes, so we'll choose which is the better devil. At least when things work, there's electricity, there's stuff, young people will start learning. People are losing jobs, bro. Are not getting bonuses, are not getting anything. Companies are closing down. It's anarchy, bro. And psychologically, we are being affected. Imagine, bro, you're sitting in darkness. What is that, bro? In this day and time. Whereas we've got coal, bro, sitting there.
And yet at the same time, we're supplying our neighboring countries with electricity while we don't have one.
This coal is leaving richer space, going overseas.
That's what I'm trying to say, Mfrit. You know what's the problem, I think? Even though you're the one who's saying everything, sorry for that.
Yeah.
Talk, with this thing yellow shading, it's not going to be easy in Jeffrey. You know why I'm saying so, ne? I think ANC, they are problem. That's when by appoint about good positioning, Baba soon qualified for the positions. Say,
meritocracy must
so someone who cannot go education, at go recreation, I go sports, I go kai. Like where are the qualifications here we are around while they still people yeah, Kodesa, Mandela and stuff. I'm one of those who at some point they sold us out. But I still respect decision Saleta Mandela in terms of police commissioner, George Fivers, if you still remember the guy, not affiliated with any political party. That should tell you something. Or why are you putting people, because each and every decision balo it's based on a supporter party because sorry for catching you.
You know, bro, it's bad. This thing. This guy's my brother. Corruption is killing us, bro. And these people, they hate us. I feel like the ANC hate black people. Bro, why don't you keep the lights on? Now we are watershed. We don't have jobs.
But
people, when you have to go to Bartholomew Sevens, others they want to sleep now, bro.
Dog, they can't give the lights on. They hate people. If only correct me on that one. They hate people.
They hate us, Joe. Black people hate. They hate us, Joe. Us black people, we must look at ourselves in the mirror. We must stop hating ourselves.
Yeah,
if we wanna really win and be treated with respect, globally and domestically, we must start loving each other, bro.
Also,
the Jewish people speak about what I call the fargin.
About that means
these people,
Jewish, they don't play around.
These people, they buy from each other. A black person now, you can start a podcast, they won't support, they crabs in the bucket. They practice what I call crabs in the bucket. They pull you down.
And that's true, Joe, because I even got this weight. I even goes this way. Kopela subscribe. Like when I'm telling you, we're doing this podcast and stuff. Kopela subscribe and stuff. Hi, and stuff. Where does the money get in here? We're passing knowledge. We're passing knowledge. People, they thinking they're getting us rich.
When you're subscribing, you're not subscribing to DSTV, Patala,
like
no, it's free.
Viewers.
Guys. You just click there so that when you we upload other episodes, you can
exactly no notification.
And also click on the notification button.
Nothing much.
A black bar for
exactly. Then people they will tell you, "Hey, nakali support and stuff." No, viewers, don't get it wrong.
One thing I love about white people, bro, I don't wanna lie. And Afrikaner people, Jewish people, those people care about each other. They support each other's businesses. People need to start buying black. We need to start buying black from black pasta shops. Black people, give them opportunities and not always be fighting. Because Tina, Manje, we seem to unite on things as negativity. We unite when we're supposed to strike and do all those things. But when it's time to do business, we don't unite. We scam each other. Black people need to look at ourselves in the mirror and actually learn from these people. And learning from your process, it's not a bad thing. You look at people, these people, you're fighting against a system, an apartheid system where this guy, Hendrik Verwoerd, spoke
and
about.
Which is well structured.
There's no one who's gonna, there's no government who's gonna undo the damage. That thing is deep, bro. Psychological, which it affects you with it. Like when you look at Zulu, Nomdebele, these guys are fighting. When you look at, but they have the same color.
Yeah.
That's how you hating you. The self-hate must stop, my brother.
Exactly.
And I leave you with the famous words Zaka Solomon Kalushi Mashangu. When you said that, tell my people that I love them. My blood nourish the tree that will bear fruits to freedom.
Haluta continua. Salutas. Sosti, Solomon, Tlangu, Mashangu.